Howdy y'all, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Lots of bullets. Got a little bit more gunpowder here. Let's go ahead and make those. Ooh, that time we ran out of lead. Let's see if we got some more lead in here. No, I don't. Oh, but I do have bullet tips. Dude. I couldn't hit the period button. I kept hitting the comma. Alright. Ooh, I'm thirsty. That is my last yucca on hand. Or, yeah, yucca. Really? I don't have any more yucca juice? What does yucca even look like? I must have made it all into seeds, alright? It's aloe. That shouldn't be in here. That should be over in medicine. Well, I'll take these goldenrod teas then. Alright, and we get back out and do some more exploring. Really? So, this week was D&D with the other guy running it. It was a pretty tame night, to be honest. I don't think there were too many well, I mean, there's always irritating, but he rolls way too many high numbers. Like, the dude never rolls low, and he's always... Every time I cast a spell, it's... Okay, computer. Like, fine. If he's getting them, he's getting them. But he doesn't roll them where we can see them, and I hate it. Because I don't trust him, because I know he cheats. Here, I'm going to shut this window, see if this helps. Probably having a full screen of Netflix open and paused. Ooh, that didn't help. On the other screen there. Things are loading in. It does this. Let's run in here real quick, see if this place has recently been checked. Has not. Alright. So we can get maybe something good out of here. Okay, that was empty. Nope, that one's empty. Weird that I would loot part of it, but not the rest of it. Alright. Well, then we'll move on. I should mark these places. I'm trying to put a mark down on my map. Thanks, guys. Alright. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for stores and mark them, since I haven't really done that yet. And I mean, like, all stores, just, you know, bookstores, schools probably, I'd mark those. Daycares. Places where I can get, you know, books and... You know, apartment buildings aren't too bad. For getting forgetting books as well. Maybe I should check this place. I definitely have not looted this place. But yeah, we I don't know. It's irritating how often I cast a spell that requires a saving throw, and the boss mob miraculously gets a natural 20 always. And hey. And so it happened twice last night. Although, to be fair, I also rolled 2 natural 20s for saving throws in a row. But mine were in the open. And I know he cheats. It's not a guess. In earlier games, I had a character who could do some weird things with her AC, and so she could bump her AC up pretty high, and momentarily, just for like a single attack kind of thing. And so on more than one occasion, he would attack with something that I know the stats for. And even though it only gets a +4, so the maximum that it could roll is a nat 20, which would technically still put it underneath my armor class, but a nat 20 hits. A nat 20 can't miss. And he wouldn't call it as a nat 20. And but somehow it rolled a 27. The highest it could roll was a 24. And I'm just like, this is so infuriating. I hate. And then he's like, I only roll so you guys can't see the numbers in case things are going bad, and I have to tweak the numbers so that you don't die. Like, I would rather die and know the numbers than not know the numbers. I mean, some things you shouldn't know the numbers. I totally agree. Totally agree. Some things you should not know the numbers. If you're trying to lie to a person, you should not know whether or not they succeeded on their check. Because you shouldn't know if your lie succeeded or not until the mob responds. The creature, the person, whatever. I totally get that. But I think I should know whether or not I got hit by a sword that was swung at me. I don't think I wouldn't know the results of that. And so yeah, it can be infuriating to me. And we've talked about it. It's not like I don't talk to him about this stuff. It's not like I don't go, hey man, I hate it. Why do you do it this way? I know you hate it. I'm like, okay, well then that's why you're doing it, because you know we hate it. You don't have a different reason. Well, other than you cheat. But yeah, it's pretty bizarre. Every time I have cast hold person against a mob, he has always rolled a natural 20 to defeat it. And I just don't think that's happening. That was the only thing that really happened. Oh, there was another thing that I'm just like, this is why. So we're fighting this huge group of bad guys, and he, dang it, I thought that was the desk again. Every time this gets me. Get out of here. And so he casts a spell so that we couldn't get through without taking damage for a couple of rounds. And so I cast Dispel Magic on it. He's like, you got Dispel Magic? I'm like, yeah, dude, I use it all the time. Well, I thought you were using scrolls. I'm like, no, I have Dispel Magic. And I added it because it's a super useful spell. And I don't know why you wouldn't have it. So we couldn't see the bad guys. The way it works is we're in a... who knows? Who knows if we were in a dark room or not? He can't work the vision in D&D at all. I honestly don't... I honestly don't know if he knows how far people can see in real life. So he'll do things like, we can only see 60 feet. Yeah, but it's daytime. Right, but you've only got a vision of 60 feet. In the pitch black dark? What do you mean? It's daytime. Well, you're not going to be able to see the 600 feet that your bow can shoot. Why do you think it has those numbers? Yeah, if I have a straight line of sight and it's daytime, I'm going to be able to shoot my bow that far. That's how bows work. So, yeah. And, so I don't know if the room that we were entering was technically in the dark, but we'll pretend it was. I am not. I wouldn't be shocked if it was in the dark because of the creatures that were there, but I also wouldn't be shocked to find out that it was supposed to be lit up, but he doesn't ever. You know, that says the door's unlocked, and I am smashing into it here. Okay, well, this one says it's locked. But because of that, our characters have dark vision, but it only goes out 60 feet. So that means we can only see 60 feet from where we're standing. And, you know, I'm all cool with that, whatever. It's no big deal. And so the guys we're fighting are drow. And so the drow, they have 120 feet of dark vision. So they can see farther than we can. And oh man. So the bow thing. The bow thing comes up all the time. My characters don't tend to use their bows. I like to get in close with my sword, with my fighter, and if my bard is at range, he's going to cast a spell. That's all there is to it. Got excited there for a second. New recipe, but no, it's a recipe I have. And so it's, you know, it's whatever. But our thief, he uses his bow all the time. And every time he uses his bow, the DM is like, can you shoot that far? I don't think you can shoot that far. It's a bow and arrow. He can only see 60 feet in the dark. He can shoot 60 feet at least. What do you mean? Oh, that's right, that's right. You can shoot 60 feet because you're a sharpshooter. No, we can shoot 60 feet because you can shoot farther than 60 feet with a bow and arrow in D&D. What are you talking about? Why do you always do this? Every time. Every time. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so the creatures were a little farther out than we could see, which makes the fight a little more difficult. You know, I said that this would be a great place to get books, and so far, it has been underwhelmingly not. I did get a food recipe, right? Usually there's like a bookcase in these rooms, and this hotel does not have bookcases in the rooms. I'm going to go one more floor and check this, but I am very disappointed in this hotel. I don't know how to get up to the next floor. I'm very disappointed in this hotel. Nope. I thought there'd be a stairway at the end of the hallway here, but there was not. Yeah, so we had to quit in the middle of the fight. He was having internet issues last night. The man with the golden internet, who always blames all the problems on everyone else's internet. He kept crashing out of the program we used to play, which has never happened before. And then pretty much when we quit, apparently his internet completely dropped out. I say the man with the golden internet because every time there's a slight hiccup with my internet, he talks about how crappy my internet is, and it irritates me. If you didn't live where you did, you wouldn't have such crappy internet. Oh, it's probably your crappy internet. Oh, you know what? When we play on other nights and I'm the DM, nobody has problems with their maps like we have when you're the DM. Well, it's because your maps are smaller, he says to me. I'm like, I don't think they are. I'm just going to go out here. I'm not on the ground floor, am I? What the heck? I just got pummeled by scaffolding. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to my house, get some food, and then I'm going to come back and do this little base here. So they have a gun safe I want to check out. Where's my house? Oh, you know, we should go down this way though, on the way back, and that way we can mark new places. I should check this garage. This garage might have some stuff. Then the other thing to talk about. I'm not going to delve into spoilers, but the new Justice League came out today. I've talked about it before. I was really looking forward to it, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I was really hoping they would go with their initial plan of a season, because what I was hoping was it would be popular enough that they would do more seasons. But it was good. I liked it quite a bit. I liked it better than the other version. I mean, I expected to like it better than the other version. I was disappointed with the other version. It was it felt more weird. Apparently I've been in here. But I didn't search everything? What is going on? I am the worst searcher, apparently, ever. How did I get in here? Did I come in the back door? I can't have been in here before because none of the doors are open until I just broke that one down. How is there just an empty... I don't know. It's so weird. Did I cut across the top, maybe? Because I've done that before. Oh, dang it. Sometimes my axe swings twice when I don't mean to. Alright. Where did I leave my bike? Right here. Oh, right. Oh, no, I wasn't. I was going to say, I was going to make my motorcycle, but I can't because I don't have seal. Alright, so I do want to mark this place. Obviously, this is a large pass and gas. I better go pass. Pass gas. It's not dissimilar from the Josh Whedon version. They follow a similar plot line. I mean, they should be. They were supposed to be the same movie. But yeah, that's a crazy story. And all the stuff that went down and why there's two versions of the same movie like this. Alright, so I want to mark this place as a school. But yeah, it was different than the Josh Whedon for sure. I mean, obviously, I think a Josh Whedon movie is an hour and a half, and this one was 4 hours. For me, it wasn't a long 4 hours, though. You know, sometimes you watch something and it's like, oh, is this ever going to end? This one, on the other hand, was just enough epic for me to keep me on track. There's a lot of new scenes. Most of the scenes that I remember from the Josh Whedon version were in this version, but they had different shots and dialogue, which I know is which is bizarre. So if you're not familiar with the difference between the Josh Whedon and the Snyder cut, it basically boils down to Zack Snyder started to make the movie, and they decided they didn't. Well, all right. So I think it went like this. This is how I think things went down. Okay, I thought I turned that off, and then apparently I turned it back on. So they've got the Avengers movies, right? And they're super popular. And so they decide to make DC movies because why wouldn't you cash in on... Where did that brass go? Oh, did you scrap it? Huh. Interesting. And so... so they make Man of Steel, right? It has a huge backlash against Man of Steel, because I don't know. People wanted Super Friends. Yes, I am being. I don't know what the word is. I am putting down people who weren't complaining. I guess everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I feel like it went too far with these movies, and so after the outcry against Man of Steel, because people didn't, not all people, it was very popular, and a lot of people do like it. Uh, but there are some people who don't like it that were very vocal about how they didn't like it. And so they decided that they couldn't trust Zack Snyder to make the next movie, which would have been no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People didn't like Man of Steel, and then they made Batman versus Superman. That's what happened, and people really didn't like Batman versus Superman. Not everybody. Lots of people liked it, but there's a very vocal group who didn't like it, and it didn't do as well financially as the biggest Avengers movies. And so they brought in babysitters, basically, to watch Zack Snyder work and basically tell him what he could and couldn't do while he was doing the movie. And so he, uh, not that they shouldn't have input on what's going on. Obviously, if a company hires you to make the movie, then they should get to have some say on what happened in the movie. Um, I don't disagree with that. Um, However, it's weird that you won't let someone film scenes unless you're on the set. Um, that's weird to me. And so that's what happened. And so once Zack Snyder got all of his footage filmed, or most of it filmed, um, somewhere in there he had a family tragedy. And so he just didn't have the energy to fight to get the movie he wanted made. And so after Zack Snyder filmed most of what he wanted to film, and then they wanted him to redo some of the scenes because they didn't like the direction the movie had gone, I guess. They brought in another director after he quit. And so he quit because of family reasons. In fact, the new movie is dedicated to his daughter, who had committed suicide while he was filming the movie, and so he just decided he didn't have the energy to fight them for the movie he wanted to make. So I wasn't going to get into this, but man, I sure have. And so they bring in the Josh Whedon, who's a different director, and they brought in a bunch of writers, and they rewrote the movie. Not completely. It still followed the same basic concepts. Batman's got to put together the Justice League. They got to fight Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf is trying to collect the mother boxes, right? That's the gist of the movie, and that's both those movies are about that story, Batman's trying to put together a Justice League to fight against Steppenwolf, who is here for the mother boxes. But the difference in scope and epicness attached to the heroes is way different. And they also put in a lot of stuff that would have led into other movies had this particular franchise of movies continued. Because I guess this was originally supposed to be the first movie in a trilogy, and I just want to see if man, I'm lost. Where's the bookcases? Oh, they're back here. Let's see, these bookcases have reset. They have. Nice. All right, we're going to check out these bookcases. Just one. I guess I'll spoil one difference. Now it's been a while since I watched the Joss Whedon one. I think I only watched it one time, and it was such a different kind of movie than the previous two movies, and I really liked the previous two movies. And so it was different, and I mean, it's helmet light. That's okay, I guess. Barrel extender. Okay. I mean, at least those are new. They're not what I'm looking for. But I guess it's better than nothing. Burn a sharp stick in the eye, right? And so, I don't want to spoil what happened, but the Flash, just take one character, the Flash. I'm not going to spoil what he did, but in the Joss Whedon film, what I remember of the Flash is toward the end of the movie, I think there was going to be an explosion, and the Flash's big scene was basically pushing people in a vehicle as fast as he could away from the fight scene so they weren't involved in the fight scene. And which is fine, but what happened in the Zack Snyder version was a very epic setup for the Flash movie. And it was really epic what he had to do. And in the other film, he pushed a truck really fast. Which is, don't get me wrong, which is great, right? He saved those people by pushing them, those people who were not even in the Zack Snyder film, pushed those people away fast enough that they did not die during the fight. But also wasn't very epic. You know? And so... Oh, we got ourselves a little horde here. But yeah, needless to say, I much prefer the Snyder version to the Whedon version. I'm probably going to have to watch the Whedon version again, just so I remember. what happened in the Whedon version. There's a lot less jokes in the Snyder version. I've mentioned multiple times that as much as I love Guardians of the Galaxy, and I do think it's one of the best Avenger films, it also basically ruined hero movies. That team up was just too perfectly funny in their first movie. And because it did so well, every hero movie basically since then has tried to be funny. And I like funny, but not every movie needs to be funny. And I like serious hero movies better than funny hero movies if the characters are supposed to be serious. And I just don't see Batman and Superman cracking jokes in the middle of an apocalypse. I mean, snide comments? Maybe. But weird off-the-cuff funny lines that don't fit the character just because you want it to be funny? Not really. That's what I remember from the Whedon film, was it tried to be funny. Maybe it didn't, but that's what I remember. But yeah, that's what I spent my day doing. I watched Batman vs Superman: The Extended Cut, and then I watched the Zack Snyder Justice League. So basically, spent all day watching Batman and Superman, and then I almost forgot to record my video for tonight. So yeah. All right. Well, with that, I'd better get going because we've definitely gone on too long now. So be better than the small things. Lean to the light. I will talk to you later.